Good afternoon, Judge Allen, and thank you for coming to San Luis Obispo. One thing that we really failed to point out as strongly as we could in our testimony, and I'd like to reiterate it again today, is, and other people have as well, is the risk that this county continues to live with. There are plenty of other power stations in PG&E service territory and in the state of California, but no other power stations come with this. These are my potassium iodide pills. Just in case there's a radioactive release at my power generation station, this is what I have to, I guess, block radiation in my thyroid just in case I need it. But there are no other power stations that have to provide this sort of medication when you live by them. And this sort of medication remains. This plant will close, but the reason that we have these potassium iodide pills remains, the radiation remains. And so I strongly urge you and this commission to approve this settlement, to get this process going, so as we phase out this plant, we have to live with this as least as possible.
David Weisman, followed by Eric Prater, followed by Ellen Shepard.
Good afternoon, Judge. David Weisman of the Alliance for Nuclear Responsibility. Just a brief follow-on to Ms. Becker's statement. The potassium iodide is perhaps a less visible sign of the risk that San Luis Obispo residents bear in response to the benefits delivered by Diablo Canyon, one that lives in a medicine cabinet or somewhere not seen. But there's a slightly more visible one available to the public, though somewhat mysterious, and you may see these here during your visit. The siren information notices. The first time I ever encountered one was the first time I ever went to Morro Bay, almost 30 years ago, long before I lived here, and I closed the hotel room door, and I saw this on the door behind it. I just moved out from New York City, and I had no idea what that could possibly be referring to. And now we know, and this is something that greets the visitors here, that makes it very unique, and is a unique reminder of what this county has undertaken in exchange for what is provided all this time, and is a reminder that will remain as the legacy of the spent fuel remains in this county as well, and it's one that the visitors take away as a mental souvenir of San Luis County as well. So just put that as an additional reinforcement to Ms. Becker's earlier comments. Thank you very much.